I'm going to read Gangsta Granny by David Walliams. But Granny is so boring, said Ben. It was a cold Friday evening in November, and as usual, he was slumped in the back of his mum and dad's car. Once again, he was on his way to stay the night at his dreaded Granny's house. All old people are... Don't talk about Granny like that, said Dad weakly, his fat stomach pushed up against the steering wheel of his family's little brown car. I hate spending time with her, protested Ben. Her TV doesn't work. All she wants to do is play Scrabble, and she stinks of cabbage. In fairness to the boy, she does stink a bit of cabbage, agreed Mum, as she applied some last-minute lip liner. You're not helping, wife, muttered Dad. At worst, my mother has a very slight odour of boiled vegetables. Can I come with you? Pleaded Ben. I love that ball what's-it dancing thing, he lied. It's called ballroom dancing, corrected Dad. And you don't love it? You said, and I quote, I would rather eat my own bogies than watch that rubbish. Now, Ben's mum and dad loved ballroom dancing. Sometimes Ben thought they loved it more than they loved him. See, there was this TV show on a Saturday night that Mum and Dad never missed. It was called Strictly Stars Dancing, where celebrities were paired with professional ballroom dancers. In fact, if there was a fire in the house and Mum could only save either the sparkly gold tap shoes once worn by Flavio Flavioli, the shiny tan dancer and heartbreaker from Italy who appeared on the show, or her only child Ben thought she'd probably save the shoe. Tonight, his mum and dad were going to an arena to see Strictly Star Dancing live on stage. I don't know why you just don't give up on the pipe dream of becoming a plumber, Ben, and think about dancing professionally, said Mum, her lip liner scrawling across her cheek as the car bounced over a particularly bumpy speed bump. See, Mum had a habit of applying her makeup in the car, which meant she often arrived somewhat looking like a clown. Maybe, just maybe, you could end up on Strictly, added Mum excitedly. Oh yeah, because prancing around like that is stupid, said Ben. Mum whimpered a little and reached for her tissue. Oh, you're upsetting your mother. Now just be quiet, please, Ben. There's a good boy, replied Dad, as they turned up the volume on the stereo. Inevitably, a Strictly CD was playing. 50 golden grapes from the hit TV show was emblazoned on the cover. Ben hated that CD, not least because he'd heard it a million times. In fact, he'd heard it so many times, it was like torture. Ben's mum worked at the local nail salon, Gail's Nails. Because there weren't many customers, Mum and the other lady who worked there, unsurprisingly her name was Gail, spent most of the days doing each other's nails. Buffing, cleaning, trimming, moisturising, coating, sealing, polishing, filing, lacquering, extending and painting. They were doing things to each other's nails all day long, unless of course if Flavio Flavioli was on daytime TV. That meant Mum always came home with extremely long multicoloured plastic extensions on the end of her fingers. Ben's dad, meanwhile, worked as a security guard at a local supermarket. The highlight of his 20-year career thus far was stopping an old man who had concealed 2 tubs of margarine down his trousers. Although Dad was now too fat to run after any robbers, he could certainly block their escape. You see, Dad met Mum when he wrongly accused her of shoplifting a bag of crisps. and within a year, they were married. The car swung around the corner into Grey Close where Granny's bungalow squatted. It was one of a whole row of sad little homes, mostly inhabited by old people. The car came to a halt, and Ben slowly turned his head towards the bungalow, looking expectantly out of the window. Was Granny. She was waiting. She was always waiting by the window for him to arrive. How long has she been there? Thought Ben. Since last week? Ben was her only grandchild, and as far as he knew, no one else ever came to visit her. Granny waved to Ben, and Ben gave a little smile, with his grumpy face just about permitted to reluctantly return. Right, one of us will pick you up tomorrow morning, around about 11 o'clock, said Dad, keeping the engine running. Can you make it 10? Ben, growled Dad. He realised the child look, and Ben grudgingly pushed the door open and stepped out. Ben didn't need the child lock on, of course. He was 11 years old and hardly likely to open the door while the car was driving. He suspected his dad only used it to stop him from diving out of the car when they were on their way to Granny's house. Clunk went the door behind him as the engine revved up again. Before he could ring the bell, Granny opened the door. A huge gust of cabbage blasted in Ben's face. It was like a great big slap of smell. She was very much your very textbook Granny. Thick glasses, false teeth, bit of a hairy chin, a lovely cardigan, used tissue stuck up her sleeve, a packet of Murray mints in her pocket, white hair, a hearing aid, floral patterned dress, burgundy slippers, and of course, the smell of cabbage. Oh, are Mummy and Daddy not coming in? She asked a little crestfallen. Oh, this was one of those things Ben couldn't stand about her. She was always talking to him like a baby. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Together, Granny and Ben watched the little brown car race off, leaping over the speed bumps. Mum and Dad didn't like spending time with her any more than Ben did. It was just a convenient place to dump him on a Friday night. No, not this time. Sorry, Granny, spluttered Ben. Oh well, come in then, she muttered. Now, I've set up the Scrabble board, and for your tea, I've got your favourite, cabbage soup. Ben's face dropped even further. No, he thought. And we'll have chapter 2 tomorrow.